Hey y'all. Oh, I forgot my little TV is on. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Excuse me. You know, I got my little situation going on. Let me see. I'm trying to fix this thing, though. Give me a minute. Are y'all able to hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Hi, Tarsha. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Sean. Hi, Jesse. Okay, y'all can hear me. Good. Okay. I'm trying to y'all gotta get this thing together. Let me see. I need to get a headset so I can hear, because I can't hear with this mic plugged in. It's different. It's a little different vibe. Good evening, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day Eve. All right. I know everybody it's Friday. Everybody is out in these streets, out and about. But I said I am going to come on and just let it do what it do. You know, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the weekends is normally my thing for YouTube, because, baby, the way I be working. Hello again, Tarsha. I wanted to say hello to everyone again. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Sean. Hi, Dion. What's going on? In your bed looking at me. Listen, I ain't mad at it. Listen, so tonight is one of those nights. I dropped the link, but I didn't know I tried to pin it. I don't know how to pin it on y'all. I don't know. Y'all figuring it out right with me. But I wanted to come on this evening. I'm coming on again tomorrow night with guests. We're going to have a good time tomorrow night. So I'll go ahead and tell you now. Tomorrow night is going to be a show entitled He Said, She Said. I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be fun and funny, and ain't no telling what we're gonna say, but it's gonna be good. Okay, what you said? Right click the comment, I think. Okay, let me see. I'm wrapping up with the twins' birthday. Oh, I'm wrapping the twins' birthday gift. Enjoying the peace and quiet. Nicole, peace and quiet, my middle name. You hear me? I just when are their birthdays? I just picked my girls up from their little school dance. They had the little dance at school, and one of them had a good time, the other one didn't, you know. So yeah, I had to happy birthday to your twins, Nicole. Yes, tomorrow. Oh, yay. How old would they be, Nicole? How old are they turning? Oh, let me go back to what Jesse has said. You said right click the comment. I don't think that's. Let me see. Nope, that didn't work. Unless I'm unable to pin it in what is it, StreamYard. So maybe I'm not able to pin it in StreamYard. Do I have the soft talking voice now that I have a mic? Am I talking softly? Or am I screaming? Y'all know who I'm picking on, right? 18, they grown, girl. You got some grown kids. Oh, that's so sweet. Do it from my phone. Oh, yes. Okay. But hold on. Okay. I think I know what I can do. Hold on, y'all. Y'all hang in there with me. Let me tell you what. You know what? Let me tell you what gives me anxiety. You know what gives me a little piece of anxiety? Yes, Soul Glow Mike. Yes. It got a little, yeah. I'm trying to move my little, I'm trying to move my name. So that y'all can see my, and I'm leaning down, Lord. What was I about to, you know what gives me a little tinge of anxiety is that number. When when people drop off, like it just went to 9, I don't like that. They don't need to show that part. Nonetheless, when you come in, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Do that for your girl. I'm trying to monetize. Here's the goal. Okay. I'm gonna set me a little goal. The goal is I'm trying to monetize. I gotta look at my numbers though. I ignore the numbers. I try, Tarsha. I try. But it gets me every time. Just go to your page and pin it from it. Boom. See? That's why you on the team. That's why you're on the team. Thank you, Nicole. I was about to say something else after that. The numbers giving me anxiety. I forgot. See, mine just be all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna, y'all hanging there with me. Let me pin the link. I would like to have whosoever will let them come. Please don't pee-bomb me. Don't play with me. I got a microphone and I ain't scared to use it. Okay. Don't look. Them numbers will have you in. The numbers, ooh, they'll have you fold this whole thing up. Be like, don't worry about it. Nah. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to my little doodad so I can pin the link. And it's a free fall tonight. We could talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Put my banner up. What banner? What banner are you talking about? What banner? I need to move this big fat name. I need to, oh, I know what to do. Hold on. Y'all, if I don't get a workshop in advance, let me see. Hold on, y'all. And I ain't got my glasses. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. I'm trying to be cute, but okay. Make them show their face backstage if you don't. Yes, okay. My baby is up like it's 2 in the afternoon. Okay. Listen. Okay, Jesse, what banner are you talking about, honey? I know y'all be like, ooh, Courtney, just all over the place. St. James, or somebody gonna have to give me a whole tutorial. Okay, where is I'm trying to remove my name or make it smaller. I'll do that in a minute. Let me do what I said I was gonna do because the way my mind is set up. But anyways, how was you all's weekend? I mean, not weekend, excuse me. How was your week? This mind, Lord, help my mind. Help it, Lord. How was you all's week? Oh,
if you like the music, wave your banner. Y'all don't
now,
know
why
that
I can't hear
song.
you?
You can't hear me.
Wait a minute, I can't hear you.
Oh,
What do I need to
StreamYard
do?
is so ghetto.
Why I can't hear? Okay. Y'all hang out with me. Hang with me. Hang with me. Hi, Robert. Good to see you. Hold on. I'm coming. There we go. Boom. It's pinned. If you want to come up, I have dropped the link. So here we are. But first, I need to know why I can't hear anything. Y'all can hear me, right? But I can't hear y'all. Let's see why. I think I'm going to do this and it's just going to have to be what it is. Okay, can y'all hear me? Jesse, oh, Jesse, you're here. Okay, let me.
Can
Jesse,
you hear
say something.
me?
I can hear you now. It's this microphone.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to change the inputs and outputs on your system setting, or in the StreamYard app.
Mhm.
You gotta change your settings so that the you got the headphones through the mic. Is that
I don't have any headphones.
okay?
I need
Um,
headphones.
yeah, just get you a little. I always buy the little skull candies or whatever, little $10 headphones, the
Okay.
plug-in ones. Um, but yeah, that's how I do it, and then once I plug them in, then I change the settings.
And you have
Uh,
to change the settings in StreamYard.
you can do it either on StreamYard or like through your actual sound
Computer?
system. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Sometimes I can be an IP, I mean an IT, PYT for the COGIC. Hi Rob. Hi
There we
everybody.
go.
Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
Liz, happy birthday, Eve.
Girl, I would let's hurry up and get this over with so we can get to the next step. Thank
You know
you.
what? I feel that way about my birthday sometimes. It depends.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
I gotta decide if I want to go live tomorrow. My
okay.
my coworker and her friend, they're gonna take me out to dinner tomorrow, but I don't really, I I say that I don't celebrate like that. So
Yo, okay, this is so crazy, but I have to take this call. Talk amongst yourselves. Excuse me 1 second. Hold on.
all right. How was
Hello?
your week?
Hey.
Mm. Put it on mute, Courtney.
Okay, so the girls can't come?
Put
Okay.
it on mute. Mute. Put it on mute. Okay. Praise the Lord, because I didn't want my girl. Y'all make sure y'all hit like, share, and subscribe, because now you got to look at me. Praise the Lord. Um, What's going on in the chat? How was y'all week? What y'all doing for the weekend? What y'all doing for Valentine's Day? Are you yet holding on? Are you? Hello, Sean.
I was on mute. I'm sorry. Hey, boo.
Hey.
How
Eh,
are you?
I'm 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 present in the Lord. I'm about to get off of here. I was just telling Courtney to because I don't want nobody looking at me right now. I know that's right. We sing, we yet holding on, we save, and yet I am still saved because ain't nothing going on out here in these old dating streets. Ain't nobody talking about nothing.
Oh,
I'm happy with Jesus alone. She taking her babies to lunch tomorrow.
yeah, it really ain't nothing. Child. Child. Give me
Mm-mm.
a good steak, and I'm sitting right here.
Um, yeah, I'm supposed to be going to out to eat tomorrow. Um, with coworkers and stuff, but um, I wasn't in the mood. I've been too busy to go around here trying to plan and all this and that. I'm just like I'm trying to chill. So
Yeah, then it be them lines be stupid. I
mm,
just
yeah,
mm-mm, mm-mm. It's not fair.
yeah. So we just chilling. Um,
You say that that whole gorilla family. They need.
listen,
They need.
You know she Kojic. I meant to say that somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know they was Kojic.
They it's when you have that many children, it's a possibility that a few of them may need extra love and care. Um, and it's obvious. I didn't like the way she cussed the mama out. Like, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
I see why she ain't giving nobody nothing.
Well, the way um sorry. The way that it seemed like
Hey y'all,
everything happened. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Courtney.
okay. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hey Sean.
Hey, Courtney.
Y'all heard I mean, I wasn't talking about nothing. Y'all heard my conversation?
Just the
I,
beginning, me and you already.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I had
Yeah.
to get my bald headed cell phone and tell you to mute.
I read your lips. I was like, oh, because I thought I muted from my computer. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm fine. No. But I wasn't talking about anything. I'm co-parenting and they're under the weather, so we dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all was talking about? What did I miss?
We was talking about Gloria Hallelujah.
Child. That thing. What y'all was saying?
Well, her family. I can't even say her. It's her family.
It
Like, I don't.
ain't. It's just that one because all the other siblings been coming out saying, "Girl, we ain't trying to hear you and all that bull
Well, it's
crap."
another sister that just came out like, you was sleeping on my couch and now you acting funny.
What?
And yeah.
And I was
She was
telling,
like, we were, and they all stuck on this McDonald's. Like, she was in
Are you
her car
serious?
eating the hot and spicy. Like, remember when I used to sit my sandwich on the table and go to the bathroom and come back? You be there, ate half of my sandwich. Like, what happened to what?
Why? What?
but you know they Kojic. I was asking the
What they
people.
got to do with
They
it?
Kojic. They Church of God
We
in
gonna bring
Christ.
that to the forefront.
How do you know?
I asked the people and they was like, "Yeah, she is." It just made sense. They from Memphis. Is the
It just makes
1100.
sense.
Yeah, it just made sense the way they was dressed when they was kids, and I was just looking. I was like, "And how you know Kiera Shear?" And she was on your album. I was like, "That girl Kojic,
Cody.
and her name Gloria
That's
Hallelujah." Yeah,
her name for real, for real. I thought
that's her
you
legal name. Yeah,
Wow.
Gloria Hallelujah
Look,
was.
Tarsha, you like that old carrying on though, don't you? Tarsha like that old foolishness that's going on around there.
Well,
Hey,
how about
St. Jane. We know you out to dinner. You always got to tell us you out to dinner.
Apostle, what you eat? Apostle,
I'll catch the replay.
take a picture.
Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding, St. James. You know I love you.
Yeah,
Um,
the
so her
apostle.
real name is Gloria Hallelujah. And
yeah?
she go by Glorilla.
Yeah, and that's what be happening. Church kids get out there in the world and they be the biggest offenders.
Listen,
Listen.
Tarsha said, I'm from Brooklyn. I see ratchetness every day.
It's crazy because her sister, she looked like. Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because your sibling gets on doesn't automatically mean that you're on.
Right.
Especially if you're not close knit in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
My thing would be, hey sis, what can I do? Like, can I be your, I don't know, can I carry your shoes? I don't like, can
Mm-hmm.
I do something? The people that they're talking about, she's doing stuff for, they actually work for her. These are people that do stuff. I wouldn't mind putting my people on payroll.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But just to take care of you every month for what?
And
But sometimes everybody can't go. Oh, we about
Yeah,
to talk good now. Now I feel it. Okay, now it's coming. Everybody cannot go. And I know we want to take everybody. We want to take our family. We want to take some of our family. We want to take our friends, but everybody cannot go. How do you
thi-
handle that?
this is an example right here. We get into it before we go somewhere. I got to worry about you possibly backstage blowing the gasket, telling all the family business, stuff like that. Why would I trust you with anything?
Well, she knew before she got big that she wasn't gonna take her sister with her.
I,
Her sister's not around for a reason.
Well,
yeah,
they had some legal issues because that girl threatened to do something to Glorilla.
yeah, it's a lot behind
What?
that. And then
Yeah, so I wouldn't have did nothing for her. I wouldn't have gave her a hot and spicy or nothing because they said she pulled out some weapon on her. No, girl, you good.
Let me say this. Hello, welcome to the show. Don't nobody owe nobody nothing.
not nothing.
I don't owe my family nothing. If I get
Mhm.
on, I get on. I don't owe you that. I don't owe you no money. I don't owe you nothing. Now, will I honor my parents? Absolutely.
Mhm. Parents and children are different.
Parents and children. I may do a little something for for the siblings, but why do we feel as though if our family member gets on that they either have to put us on or that they owe us something?
Mm-mm.
Why? Where
Y'all
does
gonna
that
get real
mindset
nice.
come from?
This
Yeah,
that this and then what makes it
entitlement.
worse, Courtney, well, and Sean, what makes it worse is you getting out blasting. It's certain things that you just don't do. You know what I'm saying? That could have easily been
Okay.
hey, hey, I'm in a bind right now. I need XYZ. That's an easy phone call. But you sit there and you try to expose all the stuff, and just embarrass that girl and all her hard work. I wouldn't have fooled with you.
You mad because she bought somebody else a car. What did you do to deserve the car? Why do you think you should get a car?
I'm trying
Again,
to
you wasn't in the studio with me. You didn't get my water while I was in the studio. You didn't do anything. You just want me to give. I don't like that.
I guess somebody maybe can give a different perspective that's in the chat because I'm automatically like, no, don't nobody owe you nothing. But I haven't amassed, a major amount of income to the point to where my family is asking me for anything. So maybe I wouldn't know. So maybe someone
Mhm.
can give a different perspective. Fantasia learned that lesson the hard way and ended up
Mm-hmm.
broke and had to rebuild. Even Tyler Perry had to fire a relative.
Mm-hmm.
I
Look what
say I
MC
don't
Hammer did. And that was family and friends. No, you can't do that.
I think that I'm gonna say this, y'all. Here we go.
Come on.
I don't think you can work for family or friends.
Mhm.
I've done both.
But see, that's the thing. You can, but again, it's still family. Are they going to be there long? Some may not. But at the same time, I would rather you ask me to do something so that I could give it to you, or you can't just come to me and ask me for $50,000. Like for what?
I don't know. Y'all gotta help me understand. Like, I understand being a blessing to your family. Let me try to think it through. I understand being a blessing to your family, but just shelling out money like that,
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
because
No,
because you're gonna ask for it now, you're gonna need it later.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need it later, and you're gonna need it later, and you're not gonna pay it back because you can't afford to pay it back, right? So I would rather, Sean, you alluded to this. I think I would rather give you a job or something like that. But the truth is, I really don't want to hire you though.
Yeah, and it don't even have to be a job in close proximity. If I know that you're good at something, okay, I can try to find you where I won't feel like I'm just handing it out. Like I'm not handing out no.
And then, okay, let me try to be in Brorilla's shoes. That tickled me a little bit. Okay, if I needed something, would I ask my sister because I know she has it?
You know, that's just like some of these vloggers going around here asking for loans. You know, it's
I cannot.
you know, but no, get your ass up and go get you a job. See, and then she was quick to be like, "Oh, FedEx, they mom, yeah, mama's still working for FedEx." Okay, every time I order something from Shein and it goes to Memphis, my package sits there for 1 to 3 days, so you can easily go up there and fill out an application because I know
So
they
mama ain't
hiring.
work.
No, you go get your tail up there and you need to be working beside your mama instead of talking about what Glorilla ain't doing and what she doing. See, that's laziness.
But
Mhm.
is it lazy? Because watch this. She has amassed a good amount of money for herself.
No, she
Having done it.
ain't. No,
She
she
For
did.
ain't.
her, for her, she has amassed a lot of money, but look at what she's doing with it. This is why I say, even if her sister was to give her some money, your mentality is not where
But
it's supposed to be.
when
So what's
you
she doing?
somebody looked up her Glorilla's net worth. They said the net worth is only $1 million, which sounds about right because she's only had a handful of hits or whatever. She hasn't
Mhm,
done her own tour.
mhm,
So that sounds about right. Now, if you look at a net worth of $1 million, that does not mean that she has cash on hand a million
Mm-mm,
dollars right now.
right.
mm-mm.
She could have more, but you know, more than likely she does not have $1 million on hand right now. And you know, and these people keep getting up here saying, these celebrities, this stuff is not all that you think that it is. You don't know what deal
Mhm.
she signed. So how can you go up there telling her what she should be doing with her money?
Mm,
And
That she worked for.
she's not an NBA baller or nothing like that. She has to continue to get hits,
mhm.
continue to tour, you know, do this, that, and the third. So the you know, no, I and then I gotta live off of this for the rest of my life. How am I gonna be able to live off of this for the rest of my life if you always in my back
Taking.
pocket? Yeah, no.
Mhm. Now, what I said I would do if I came into some money like that, because my mom and her siblings are older,
Mhm.
I would get like a large house, something for them to have their own quarters so that they
Mhm.
could be together.
Together.
You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And when I come in town, I can have some, but those are my elders.
Right. And that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Those are my elders. Now they cousins, I might do something like put some money in the bank for their kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But just like here go, you get. Y'all gonna get real nice Christmas gifts and real nice birthday gifts.
The end.
Shoot,
That's
Draymond Green, you know, he from Saginaw, you know. And
I can tell by the attitude.
real bad. But so no, his mom worked because my mom works for the Saginaw Public Schools. His mom also worked for SPSD um until somebody broke into her house, you know, that type of situation. And then they did it like several times. So then she ended up retiring and moving out there with him. But you know, if she was still working her day job, and like somebody else had said in the comments on one of the posts, they was like, you know, people got these good pensions and 401ks. They not just gonna up
they
and
ain't just
leave that
losing.
just
Mm-mm.
because your daughter got a couple hits on the radio. No, you need, if I've been
Mm-mm.
there for 25, 30 years and I'm retiring in 5 years, I'm going to worry about me. That's foolish.
Yeah.
I'm about to do them 5 years now. I might go get lesser hours or something
Mhm.
but I'm gonna get my pension. I didn't work all that time just to be like, oh well, my
Right,
daughter, because your
right.
daughter, anything could happen.
That's just what I was about to say. Anything could happen.
And then you
It
gotta,
happens.
and then you think about your health care, all
Mhm.
those fringe
Mhm.
benefits and stuff. You can't just up and leave just because the internet says some more, just because and that girl, she mentally, allegedly mentally ill and carrying
Well,
on. And
Ain't no
it,
legend.
is it obvious or is it alleged? That's what the people want
She
to know.
said it, so we gonna go with that.
Well, okay. Well, she confirmed, um, that she mentally ill. I'm not listening to all that Jaguar right stuff. Okay, not today. Any
I mean,
other day, I might.
when he said how much would she have to give you, and she said 2,500,
when she said 2,500, I knew then.
I said, "Yep, that's it right there." That's
Girl.
and the
And so
first place she went when Tori sent her that money was to
to
McDonald's.
get her met chicken.
Girl, you wouldn't know what to do with $1 million if you got it.
So y'all, okay. Let's talk about this pastor real quick. I wasn't gonna talk about him because I have not been following the story.
Mm.
But all I know is that he is alleged to have inappropriately touched. I'm trying to use the right.
It's abuse that's alleged, but it's speculated that
Oh,
that is some other stuff going on.
Yeah, he was arrested for abuse.
physical abuse, but that was investigated and alleged. But the sexual part is speculated on the internet.
Sure.
okay. So we don't. Okay, so we don't know this to be true.
We don't know it to be true, but it's a lot of weirdness going on.
There's a lot of stuff coming out. It's a lot of stuff coming out. He's having what they call what is that when they try to get the sex demons off of you?
Deliverance.
Yeah.
And see, can't no stuttering. Oh, I was about to say something bad.
What you was about to say?
Can't no stuttering sissy deliver me.
Shut up.
Okay. Okay.
Hit me when I say. Hit me when I say. Get your hands off. Get your hands off. Put your hands down.
Okay.
Oh my God. Come back on the video. Oh my God.
What is
wrong with you?
what you saying?
No stuttering.
No.
You ain't
But
speaking in tongues, sir.
yeah, all that lisping.
Oh, wait, so was he delivering himself?
No, this is what he does. He
Oh,
has
he's the
deliverance
deliverer.
services. Yes.
He delivers people.
Yes. From their sexual sins and demons and
He said that?
yes. This is what he does.
Does
He
to
even
who?
said on the thing, he said we didn't spend several nights up all night crying, and why is you up with this kid at wee hours in the night? Why?
Coming all up in that boy bedroom on his birth. I wish somebody would come in my goddamn bed. Oh, excuse me. Jesus. I wish you
I'm
would
not
come in.
monetized yet. It's okay.
No, I'm not. No, I'm conscious about your platform because you holy and sad, but I'm not. I wish you would come up in my and then all that stuff that I saw. I ain't seen much, and then he
But okay, hold
I'm
on.
telling you that left hand was doing a whole lot, and she just wasn't paying no attention.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all this. Okay. Are we looking at that video that was shown from the perspective of we already have information in our head, so we see things differently? Is this not normal?
Pawpaw ain't never came in my room and never touched me. Now, me and my father, we don't have no relationship, but Pawpaw was always there, and Pawpaw still alive, and he ain't never touched me up between the cheeks. I wish Pawpaw would never do nothing like that. I don't know what kind of men going on nowadays, but I don't know no men that do all that.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's the thing. At first, people were talking about the video with the little boy sitting in the middle looking miserable. That's what the talk was. But when they showed that birthday video started surfacing, it was like, why is he up in this? Why is it? And if you like us, we gonna draw in and pull in and see where. And it was like, okay, why is that hand there? Why is this little boy running from him?
I wish I had the clip.
Well, I think I think I sent it. Yeah. But I was gonna say,
because I need to see the hand again, because I saw the mom, she was like, pinching him on the little booty and
No. When he was like pulling his leg, his right arm was on his ankle, but that left arm was between his legs. And then when he kind of like pulled over, you can see him like grabbing in between his thighs.
And my mama ain't never touched me on the booty.
Your mama ain't
My mama ain't never touched me on my booty.
Like
that. When ain't no touch, don't touch. And another thing, now look at my eyebrows. I have a natural arch. I have a natural arch. Oh, girl, Holy Ghost. I have a natural arch. I haven't had mine. I only go when I go to the eyebrow place. I only get them cleaned up, and I only do this when I have something like important to do. So the last time I got it done was in April of last year. That's the last time I got them cleaned up.
The arch stayed because they look really nice.
The girls thought, when I was in middle school, they thought I used to go to the eyebrow place and get my eyebrows done. No, I never got them done. And then once I became an adult, they only got touched up. I have a natural arch. Okay. So, and a lot of boys do. A lot of boys have better eyebrows than girls. But
why? I don't like that.
Huh?
Why?
They do, yeah. I don't know why, but we have like more of an arch than girls usually do. Yeah. But anyways, and so you see my eyebrows. Why y'all got that little boy looking like a 1999 commercial for eyebrow place?
Pencil thin.
Yeah, it was pencil thin. Maybe it's Maybelline.
At first, it's one picture. I was like, it looked like a little girl. It looks like a little girl with brush waves.
It looked like a little stud almost.
So this pastor's name is McNutt for real.
That's what this. That's what they're saying. No, it's a McNutt. A pure nut.
We need to expose the abusers and protect the abused. Amen, Robert. Robert, are you a preacher? Are you a minister? You know a lot of Bible. That's good too. Hey, Chantel.
Hi, Chantel.
Chantel, you ain't out here in these Valentine's Day streets. Even though Valentine's tomorrow, but this is the precursor. The boy allegedly does the same to girls and stuff. That's when he told the school that he was abused.
Wow.
What'd he do?
It's learned behavior. I keep saying this, and the oldest one, he got him so gone. The picture with them in the white. This man is sitting there with his legs crossed with some ankle boots on.
I saw that. Yes, Robert is the deacon of the Black church sector, and we appreciate you, Robert. Thank you.
We do.
Hey, J. Rochelle.
Yes, sir, JP.
Hey, JP. Look, y'all coming in here. I just knew y'all was out and about prancing in these streets. J. Rochelle, you prancing in these streets.
We saved.
So hold on. JP said, I have one question. Was he arrested? Yes.
The mug
Not
shot out there.
When did he
we
get arrested?
He got arrested last
week before that?
December.
Is he still in jail?
No,
Mm-mm.
he free. All the
Okay,
charges got dropped.
How the
that's why
charges got
he
dropped?
made him do that video to apologize.
Who apologized?
The whole purpose for that sit down video was for Junior to apologize for quote unquote lying on him and having him arrested. That's what the
Hey,
whole video was supposed to be for. I didn't hear Junior say much, but
wait a minute. He said today that it was the boys I did go like.
the lies.
And then there was another video of him talk all of that's just weird. They had him on the had the little boy up there. I just want to thank you, Pastor, for being so great and so loving and so kindness. And I'm just like,
I hate this.
aside from the abuse, it's just like y'all just a pack of weirdos.
We just bought him a Benz. He gonna say all of that.
What? Hold on. J. Rochelle said, but I think he's doing that to the girls, trying to change the narrative of what his classmates think of him with those eyebrows. How old is he?
15.
Wait a minute. Was he the
Probably.
little boy, or was he the one with that had the locks?
The little boy is 15 years old. That's scary. And that's
last night.
Yeah. Now another thing, by the time I was 13, I was 5'7". I'm 5'7" now. People thought I was grown when I was 13, 14, and 15.
Yeah.
I had a beard by the time I was not a beard, but I had all of this by the time I was 15. That boy has nothing.
Okay, so JP said no. Was he arrested recently? Did someone send this stuff to CPS? And then Chantel said CPS should be able to see through him recanting. But you know what? But CPS,
no, and that's what I was saying.
They don't be wanting to take these kids out of the home.
They don't,
because they are overpopulated.
Food, water, and they don't.
And I was saying that on the private live for St. James last night. That happened in my family. My mom had, had to take in some of my family members, and since because of her age, she was like, I can't be dealing with no kindergartners and stuff, so she was like, no, I can't do it. And they begged, and it was like, can you please take her? Would you consider? Is there any other family members? No. And she was and just because of that, the kids went back to the home just off of that, because they was gonna take them.
Yeah, they don't. CPS, they don't be wanting that paperwork. That's what it is to them. They don't want that paperwork.
I don't think it's the paperwork. I think that
there's no placement.
There's no placement. The state is overcrowded. My ex-husband and his wife, they work for the state.
Yeah.
And so they said it's bad.
And then it's and that's another conversation. These evangelicals always getting up here. I saw somebody on 75 and 7 Mile today holding up these your body signs and all of that abortion. Now, I don't necessarily agree with abortion, but I believe that people should have the right to do what they want to do with their bodies. And it's what I think they said 300,000 kids in the system now. Y'all can easily go up there and y'all can go adopt a bunch of kids. Y'all don't do that.
But ain't nobody trying to do that.
No, y'all not doing that. And then even if y'all do, a lot of times, and it be Christian people that be the foster parents half the time. You hear all these stories of abuse and all in the foster care system. So, or y'all trying to use them for a check and all of this and that. What's up? Y'all always moving the goalposts.
And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be against abortion, right? then you need to have some solutions in place.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, for the conservatives, there is no solution in place. But then also, and I'm not going to go down this road or this tangent in regards to abortion, but abortion is just not a matter of someone saying, hey, I don't want this baby anymore. Some people have health issues,
Different situations
that may put them into that position that if they don't go that route, they'll die.
Mm-hmm.
I digress. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but a journalist, content creator said there are other boys that are getting ready to come out.
Yeah, I saw some that came out today.
See a guy investigating somebody. They have been. He said something is getting ready to come out because they definitely got some investigation going on, because it's not. You can look at it; it don't look right.
So how did this story resurface, or how did it come back?
The daddy, uncle, cousin wanted the little boy to apologize publicly for, like I said, quote unquote, lying and having him arrested. That's what the whole thing, that was their initial reason for coming on. He did this and he lied and he was the one and he was supposed to. That's what that whole thing was for. And then everything else he just kept on. And when folks start digging,
they're gonna find some stuff.
And they put everything on there.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy is like, I don't want to sound mean, but he's like a nobody. Like, what's going on here?
Play that video I sent you.
Okay. He was embarrassed about being arrested, but when they came out, everybody thought that those were his parents. Like, those two were married and this was their son. That was how they portrayed it. And y'all not even nah.
I don't get it. How I need to do this?
Let me see if I can.
Okay, so I have it. Oh, I know what I can do. Boom, got it. Okay, I'm putting glasses on for this, but this guy is getting a little more shine than what's necessary. He need to shine to the extent of the powers that be see him and they come and they arrest him. He's being investigated, so that's a good start. But they need to go on and get him up out of there like they did David Taylor.
If he hadn't came out and did this video, nobody would be talking about this.
Nobody.
Yeah, they talked about him being arrested, but that wasn't but a hot 2 hours.
I sent you the link by text, Courtney.
Okay. What he thought was going to make the boy look bad wound up exposing himself. Oof. I didn't want to follow this story because I didn't want to see no foolishness, because I just knew it was gonna be crazy.
So about a video, just looking at the little boy's body language, you can, like, his eyes look like shallow, like he looked like he really just wanted to sink into that chair and disappear. As a mother, ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I don't know if I can play this because I don't have Facebook. Will it play anyways?
It should.
How I'm gonna do this? Open link in new tab. Okay, y'all gotta walk me through it.
I ain't got to that part yet, so just
Tarsha said, I think there are more victims. The young man is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, one of the Mr. Nuts friends said that he
Please.
witnessed one of the whoopings, and he said it was the worst thing that he had ever heard in his life.
And then, you know, by the time I was 10, 11, I had stopped getting whoopings.
Yep.
You big old high schooler, you still whooping on a high schooler. You a damn creep.
At 15, and then asking why he pee in the bed because he's scared.
Wait a minute. That bed scene, he was 15? That was recent?
Yeah, that
Was
was
he
his last
turning?
birthday.
I thought that boy was 9 or 10.
No, I did too, but like I
Oh,
said
no.
on that private live last night, I said that little boy biologically is behind because of the abuse,
You did
and
say
the body does
yes.
never lies.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
And mentally, he's probably 13, maybe 11.
Oh,
No, that little boy is 8 years old, mentally, physically, spiritually, all of that.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. You
we
was
need.
saying all this last night, and it's just starting because I wasn't really following this. And so, wow.
Yeah,
I thought that was a video of when he was younger. Well, first of all, I already thought he was young. I didn't know he was 15. I thought the other young man was. This is
Mhm.
crazy.
no, the other one just got a car, so he ain't fit. Well, in Memphis, you was it 16?
And so, yeah, 15 for your learners. 16.
Yeah, well, the other one, the older one, he just bought a Benz, so he.
So both of them driving?
No. The older one is the one
Older
that
one is
he just got
driving.
a car.
I am concerned that his mental health is being affected and he does not do anything to himself. Yes.
Well, he was looking at Powers in school.
He was okay. Hold on, let's go back. What was he doing to the girls?
Oh, I didn't hear nothing about the girls.
Yeah, I didn't know about the girls, but I think they were just saying that he might have like I mean, and then you know, at that age, you know, hormones are enraged.
Yeah.
So he probably, you know, the girls is probably picking on him, calling him, you know, gay and all that, carrying on because of them
Absolutely.
eyebrows. And he probably was, you know, because even when I was that age, when I was in the 9th grade, they was doing that to me, and I had wrote a nasty note to this girl one time. Girl, I was lying.
Nasty as in
I was writing, and I wrote a nasty.
You were trying to be
I,
fresh.
I wrote a Josh letter actually.
what Josh got to do with this? Don't
I
put
wrote a
Josh in
Josh letter.
this mess.
I wrote a Josh letter, girl.
In that low voice.
Every man wants an actual job. Every
He
man.
is not here to defend himself. Oh my God.
Every
Don't do
man
like
wants a
that.
But see, if they're teasing him about acting feminine in school, it's because he's actually almost, I ain't gonna say actually, he's grooming. It looks to be that he's grooming them into being little girls. So you can't. This little boy told the police
Mm-hmm.
when he got picked up one time that as soon as they let him go, he's going to run away again. And then the mother says, well, I had to sleep in front of the door, lay across the front of the door to make sure that he didn't get out. Okay, so at what point did you think, what's wrong with my son? Why is he constantly trying to get out of here?
She know why.
Mm,
She know why.
mm.
Oh, I hate this. So these are not his real parents.
That's his mother.
Somebody in
Is
chat.
that his mother? I didn't think that was.
No, the little Junior, that's his mother. That's not the oldest one's Cameron, that's not his mother.
I didn't think that was that boy mother. So they
No.
married.
No, No,
They not
no.
married?
They're
What
supposed
is
to be
going on here?
cousins. The boy's real father is in prison.
Where is his real mother?
That is his.
No, somebody had said that it wasn't. That was his.
She's not
his
Cameron's
cousin.
mother, but she's Junior's mother,
So the little boy.
the little boy.
What? Why is the cousin over there like that? If they cousins.
He the mentor. He buy them food and he buy them clothes and he buying her a house and he
So do he have money like that?
supposedly.
I mean, West Palm Beach ain't no cheap area, but them clothes was so cheap. I'm coming down here with them cheap clothes.
Oh yeah, but see, that's how them organizations dress. They'll have a huge house and expensive cars, but their clothing, they don't want to look like they have money. They want them to look homely. You see, she ain't had no makeup on. None, not a stitch, not a don't even look like she had comics on.
No, I'm talking about me nut. He over there with them old cheap clothes. Cause that outfit, that white outfit he had on,
Ooh.
I got the same one.
Amazon.
No, I don't really shop on Amazon for my clothes.
What is it?
But
Shein?
boo
Don't do that. If you did, and that's fine.
I mean, I do if it's something quick or that I need, but I don't really intentionally shop on there. But no,
You got that outfit?
Boohoo man, hold on, let me send you the outfit. And it looked it better on me anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They look like that. Look at Jim Jones. Them people wasn't in fine luxury clothes.
Oh my gosh. This is layered and this is like too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Even when the Cameron came on today, I appreciate you for everything that you do. I wouldn't rather be up under anyone but you. You show the love of a man of God. I
Help,
was like,
Lord.
oh,
Please help.
please, Jesus, help these kids.
Please.
Help these.
The mom and McNutt, I can't stand his name. The relationship is weird, but
It's
they
real
are
weird.
friends. I
Even
thought
the way they
they
post
were
pictures, I
married.
thought they were married. No, they ain't married. And then he says, have you ever seen me with a girlfriend? He was like, no. Have you ever seen your mother with a boyfriend? He was like, no.
Of course not, because
They is the boyfriend. and
hello,
the girlfriend.
somebody.
It's so
Thank
weird.
you. Y'all please hit like, share, and subscribe for your girl. I'm trying to get monetized. Oh yeah, I was gonna set a goal. What's this? February. I'm trying to be monetized by what's a realistic goal?
Easter.
Yep.
April.
Yeah.
It's April, right? Okay.
Early April, I think the first Sunday.
Okay. Oh, now this is cute on you, though.
Yeah, look at the
But
mess on him.
It do, Tasha. It definitely sounds.
okay, yeah, that's different. That ain't the same outfit because what he had on was some capri pants.
I think he taller than me, so it looked weird on him, but it looked right on me. You know?
So you
As
think
Sean know, they live in different houses. Cause he was just banned. The police had him banned from the house. He was like, when the police told me not to come over, did I come? No. Did I call you? No. Child, stop all that.
Please.
Because you send everything through her. And see, it's like he doesn't even feel safe enough to tell her because she's going to go back and tell him.
Sean Nathan, they said they don't live together. Sean, you said they don't live together, right?
Mm-mm.
Are they kissing cousins?
They act like
cousin.
Yeah. It's giving kissing cousins.
It's giving, yeah. And then he can't preach.
Oh
my God.
He can't preach.
Well, we knew that, and we didn't even have to hear nothing. We knew he couldn't preach.
Yeah, but that sounded a mess. You know, and I just want the people to know that he's a horrible preacher. He can't preach. He needs to stop.
They already know that. They know
He can't talk.
I couldn't listen to him every Sunday. Glory to God. Glory to God. Oh God.
Nobody is listening to him every Sunday, but them
That's
5 people that's in there.
yeah, up in that hotel room,
Maybe 3.
banquet, in that
Oh,
banquet
what?
room.
No. It came out
What?
today that his school, his church is inside of a school.
Okay. Well, that's not surprising.
It looked like it was a hotel banquet
It was
room
given.
to
It was
me.
given hotel.
Yeah.
So you just around little boys.
Okay.
When
A
is
lot
Wooden
of
gonna talk about this?
Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask everybody this. How can we protect our children in church as it pertains to the youth ministers, the whoever else, the musicians, whoever? I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that, abuse happens all the time in church. Like, what can we do? What's a good solution? Y'all let me know in the chat. Let me know up here. Like, what's a good solution? I'm tired of hearing these stories day in and day out of abuse happening to young kids consistently in the place that we call the house of prayer. This is crazy.
Well, where there's smoke, there's fire, first of all. And a lot of times that's not the first time somebody's been abused. Let's be clear here. So if your child come out and say something, remove them from that situation immediately. You're not that tied to a church where you believe the church people over your, or that family member over your child. You know your child.
But some
And then
people
I'm gonna
are
play the devil's
brainwashed.
advocate,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go on the other side. And some
Okay.
people may not like me, y'all. Don't unsubscribe, but
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna say this
All right.
because I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want to say it like
I
that.
think I know what you're about to say.
Mm,
Let me say it, and then you let me know if I'm right or wrong.
okay.
Are you going to say that sometimes parents put their children in harm's way?
Sometimes I don't want to say the parent because, as we know, the church is made up of majority women and single women.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, we have to figure out, well, see, nowadays there is no YMCA, there is no after school this, there is no this, there's no that like we had.
Okay.
Nowadays, these mothers get so entangled, in tuned with the man of God that he's everything. And they throw their children because it's like, okay, I don't want you out here on the street. So you're gonna be the youth minister. And then you push them into where you don't think that these people will harm them. And if some of these it's like this: if you get in trouble in school, you telling the pastor. So I can't go to the pastor and say, hey, well, my mama is doing this, because they already in this other zone as to where nothing they're going to say they're going to believe. So who do they go to?
Right.
And then as little boys, when they do say something, the ridicule that they get behind it, they're automatically gay, and then this, and how you, and how. With the young men, is so hard. It's so hard for them to say, Deacon such and such touched me, or I didn't like how this was, because then there's, well, you was feminine. Like it's so hard. It's hard with especially when the mother just wants a male figure.
That part.
You
That
want that male figure and you trust the man of God.
So to this right here, Mark said, if you are a part of the youth and children's ministry, maybe implement background checks. That I thought that was a law. Because I know at my
No,
church, you got to pass a
nope,
background check. No?
no, no.
No, if you pass the background check, a lot of people wouldn't be able to be doing a lot of ministry. Cause a lot of these niggas got
No.
felonies and you don't even be knowing.
Background check. Child.
Yeah,
They
they do
check
background
your
checks in the
background
church.
check be your bank account.
Yeah. Yeah.
That be your background check. How much
No.
money you got?
It'd be a lot of these people on these lists, on a lot of them lists a lot of times, and they be sitting right up there in that church.
I
Wow.
know a lot of musicians right now that are on the list and be in church every Sunday. They play for the
They on the list?
Yeah. Them lists be full of some of everybody.
Yeah.
Child.
So at my church, you have to go through an interview process to work with kids. Well, to serve in ministry, but to work with kids, you have to go through like a double interview process and a background check through the state.
Tell your pastor he need to start giving classes because they don't do that.
Wow.
They don't do that.
Tarsh said my son was not allowed to be alone in the church with nobody.
Oh no.
It's not a law. Okay. Wow. I thought it was a law all this time.
You just got a good church over there, you know.
Praise
I
the Lord.
put my kid in a pull-up till they 12 before I send you to the bathroom by yourself at church.
Yo, okay. Y'all. Now we be having to tell these parents, they be sending their kids to
Absolutely
the bathroom
not.
and they be like 3 and 4.
Wow.
A 4 and 5, and I have to be like, I see the little kid. I be like, where you going, baby? To the bathroom? I'm marching right to their parent. You need to take your child to the restroom.
That's the last place you need to send them by themselves.
My grandma didn't let us start using the bathroom by ourselves until I was like 17. I kid you not. No. Like she used to had to
go in the group.
Well, okay, so by the time I was like 13, or whatever, my granddad.
You already said 17. I'm sorry.
No, so my granddad retired when I was like 13. So after that, he was always around. But before that, like I was 12, 13, still going in the women's bathroom. And then, and then when I was, 16, 17, she was still like, Big Jesse gotta go.
I can understand that. I chuckled because it sounded extreme, but I get it. Listen. I can understand that. Wow. Wow. So wait a minute. Let me go back to what Robert said. Robert said Michael K. Williams was molested by a deacon in his church. What is going on? Now everybody can see everything but this. If you are a pastor prophet, and you can see people's bank accounts, you can see account numbers, you can see social security numbers, but you can't see abuse in your church, you're not a prophet.
But look at how many, okay, and we gonna say her because the story is already out and we know that it's true. Denise Clark wasn't molested by a organ player. I mean, she didn't have a baby by an organ player. Her kids wasn't by organ players. They was by a bishop, right? To this day.
You said bishop
so
plural.
Sealed.
You said plural, more than one?
She don't just got one baby daddy.
No. We're not gonna do that.
All them boys look different. All of them.
I think the last 3 or 4 might be by the same one. But no. We're not gonna do that. But those are sealed records. Like,
What?
if you know, you know, but that stuff don't get.
And you know, back in them days, that's when it wasn't no Linwood Dillards walking around. Them was the most nasty looking bishops, you know.
Right,
Then nobody
right.
want to sleep with them bald head and gray.
Shut up, Jesse.
You know, them
But
was, you
I'm
know,
saying,
You
from
wanna
back
sleep with these
then,
men?
this stuff has been covered. These bishops and stuff be covered. They will act like it didn't happen, or like I said, they will send you to another state.
Wait a
Period.
minute. Hold on. So let me ask y'all. So she wasn't romantically involved with these men.
yes, she
They
was.
oh, she was?
Yeah, some of them I think. I don't know. I'm not, you know, her life story or
I
nothing like
mean,
that.
Because my question is, was she great?
no, it wasn't.
Um,
I don't know. But
Okay,
you was too young to be with a married bishop. I'll say
for
that.
sure.
Let's
Oh,
do
so
that.
then yeah, that's straight up. Yeah, then. I didn't know she was young. I thought she was like a young adult.
she was more of a young adult because
Young
Larry,
adult, not a
Oh,
yeah,
kid, but
she wasn't a
again,
kid.
he
Okay.
was older than she was.
yeah,
Well,
because Larry,
that's not uncommon back then though.
But so if it's not uncommon, why we had?
Um okay, what I'm saying is so back in the day, it wasn't uncommon for older men, like severely older men, to be with younger women. I'm not saying that it was
No,
okay.
you're right. Because if you wasn't married
That's
by
what I'm saying.
14, 15 and had kids, something was wrong with you. You were spoiled. That's what they used to say. You were spoiled.
So, but I'm not saying it's right. Michael K. Williams said that that is the trauma that destroyed him,
hmm
the drugs.
yeah, and see,
Oh,
that's the thing we don't talk about when you get to the other side and you an adult after all of that. Um, that's the stuff you got to deal with personally, and it be like,
Mhm.
you know, I know in my personal situation, a lot of times I be pissed the hell off. I be mad at God. I be mad at every damn body, you know, because it's like, you know, it's a lot of work that you got, and I'm being real vulnerable right now. You
yes.
know, if I'm being honest, that was the reason why I had a lot of weight gain at an early age from behind stuff like
Mhm.
that. And so, you know, a lot of times I just be, especially here more recently, y'all know, well, Courtney knows I've been, you know, in the gym a lot lately, trying to
Mhm.
work on my body. So I done did all of this work, you know, maintaining my body weight and all of this and that, but you know, things ain't coming into place. And then a lot of times it just be like a physical reminder all the time that it's like, damn, you know, you know, ate so much, you know, as a coping mechanism.
Mhm.
And I mean, you be sitting there looking at all that flab and stuff, and you just be like, oh my God, you know, like I
Mhm.
can't, you know, I've never had a chance at a normal life. It's annoying for real.
They
Mm.
don't understand. They
Yeah.
don't. They don't.
So, do you all think that this is something that the government should step in and try to
They
help
don't
regulate?
care. They don't
They don't.
care.
You're right.
Especially with this administration.
There's a lot of gaslighting that comes from. I feel like there has to be something that we can do to take up the charge of. I feel like I want to do something. I can't.
I pay attention
Stop
because I
moving.
know what the signs. You buy one too many things. Don't know. We don't need it. We don't. Mm-mm. There's certain code words that they used, and like, for instance, those deliverance services, they'll tell you, hey, bring what you feel is your stronghold, and then they can kind of sniff out, and they'll use that. They'll come to you with the story like they ain't never been a stronghold for them in their life, and they'll come to them like, I know how it is because I used to. And then they get it. Oh, it's a whole. I
So
can't
then we
stand
need to stop testimony time. People need to
that.
stop
Well,
testifying.
first of all, what we need to stop doing is stop sexualizing kids. That's where we start. That's number one, because
Mhm.
a lot of people be sitting up there, kids be only, this age, that age, and you already calling a boy gay. You a big adult calling a 8-year-old gay.
Mm-hmm.
And adults are guilty of that. And
Yeah.
then these predators, they're not just in the church, they're in the homes, they're everywhere, they're at the schools,
Mhm.
they are everywhere. So they
Yeah.
hear things, they're able to pick up on things and stuff like that. So if number one, if we normalize, stop sexualizing our especially our boys and our girls, stop calling these little girls fast and all of that. you
Mm-hmm.
know y'all putting word curses on kids, on your own family members.
And when you keep saying something, if they don't know what it is, you keep saying it, at some point, they're going to try to either figure it out or they're going to hear what it is. And if you keep calling them fast, they want to be as fast as they can be.
Mm.
Instead of paying attention to what are you doing. There's a certain kind of fast, like you can be interested in makeup early, there are
Yeah.
certain things that you can do early, but
Mhm.
when you just off rip want to put a thong on at 13, for why?
I've been guilty of calling a young girl fast. I will work on that. I won't do that anymore. But
But
okay.
you can tell, are they seeking men's attention or boys' attention, or do they just like makeup?
But you know what but no, and it's not about the makeup, because honey, if you're a young lady, you have gone through that where you wanted to, wear makeup. Well, not all, but some, want to wear makeup or whatever the case may be. I don't think you fast if you want to wear makeup or anything like that. But just in talking to you all and just thinking about it, when you see a young lady desiring attention from men, that's a trauma response.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my God. Somebody is trying to P-bomb me. Get out
Don't
of
let
here,
them, just don't
Satan.
even let it,
Oh my freaking gosh. How do I
just
get him
remove,
out of here?
just
Do
remove.
they how
Banned from the studio.
Yeah,
what happened?
Somebody just P-bomb me backstage.
that's why
Wow.
ways to make them do backstage before they don't even. If you don't know them, do
What
not
did
put
it
that
say
on
on
there.
there?
What their name?
Yeah.
Sorry, something.
Yeah, they see you see why I don't share my link like that?
Ooh, that just made me so uncomfortable.
Cause you
And
see,
this is not just this not vertical. Verticals, that's easy, but when you on StreamYard, you got to really do a whole lot
Oh
to.
my God. And they had a mask on their face.
Mm-hmm.
And you see how the devil work while we in the middle of having a very serious conversation, and then the
Trying to
devil will
bring
try to,
awareness and
yeah,
attention to nasty
and
people,
we're
and here
and
you come with your nasty self. Just what we talking about, nasty.
yep. So while you sitting over there trying to click the link and all of that and try to distract us from what we're trying to do, we're going to go on. But you need to sit down with yourself and see what perverted demons you have in your life, to whoever that is, because I know they're still listening. Ain't nobody scared of nobody around here. And see, when you can do that to certain people, but when others are covered by the blood, we ain't got to worry about being taken off and all of that carrying on. So we about to go on and we gonna keep talking.
Yeah, for somebody to come in here and hit the link like that, that's
But
But
praise
it
the
didn't make it to
Lord.
the stage, right?
Mm-mm.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
Y'all. Ooh, okay.
mm-mm. They do that, just do like you did, remove them. Don't add nobody. Don't.
I couldn't move him fast enough. And Oh my God. Okay. That was
Yeah,
very
they don't. It's not gonna add to the stage unless you do it.
okay. Okay. What do you say? There's a case that I know. The girl used to wear winter coats in the summer, stop eating and harm herself. She finally exposed that her. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And see, and okay, I'm glad Mark brought that up because kids, and we don't talk about this, but kids definitely they're not always good with their words. We all know that, cognitively we aren't fully developed until age 25. So, people are not always good with their words. But again, the body never lies. Kids and everybody has different ways of expressing that trauma is going on, and so there's, and this is why we need to be educated, and all pastors need to at least go take a psychology class at an accredited university or college so they can learn the concepts. And not just pastors, but everybody really needs to. You need to learn the concept of flight, fight, and freeze,
Yes.
because that right there it tells you everything you need to know about how people handle trauma responses. And we as Black people, we get so quick up there to be, well, you didn't tell me. Everybody doesn't have that response to come out and be brave enough to say something. And
No.
even if you do say something, it's not always validated.
Right.
Yeah, we see that a lot of times, but everybody's not brave enough to come out and say something. Some people freeze, they freeze right there, and they're always stuck at 6 or 10 or 15. So, or some people, they fight their way out, they get angry, or some people, so we all have our own trauma responses,
Yes.
so that right there, we need to get more educated, and I feel like we are somewhat, but we still have a lot more work to do.
Yeah.
That's what Junior doing. He fighting. He's trying to get somebody's attention, and they're not paying attention to what he's saying.
That upsets me. That makes me that grieves me so bad because these are trusted people in position, right? And so because that just brought something to my mind, but you're not thinking that this person will bring harm, but they will. So let me give y'all an example. So I allowed my daughter to attend this Bible study. It's a lot of the students from all the different schools, her friends are there, everything like that. So they go, and this particular church is predominantly white. They have everything set up. They got the food trucks, and it's just amazing for youth or whatever the case may be. And they just have a good time and they learn about the Lord and all this stuff. So fast forward, I dropped her off there. So I went to go pick her up. And when I pulled up, I know her and her friend, they were standing outside waiting on me, and it was this really tall guy. And I was like, wow, he's tall. I'm thinking, he went to school with them. I was like, he's a tall guy, to be going to school with the girls. But then when I pulled up closer, I saw that mustache, and immediately I was like, oh, heck no. Because I got triggered immediately because he was around. It was just a group of girls, and my daughter is like she's junior high age, right? And so it was a group of those girls that are in her age range or whatever. And then you have this adult man in these young ladies' faces.
Wow.
It set me off immediately. I got upset straight away, and I said, I need to write this church. This is inappropriate. He's grown. He has a wife. He has a kid. Why are you out here hanging out with these young girls, and they, all up in their face and all of it. It was just very close knit, uncomfortable situation because I thought that he was around their age. And so when I, tried to talk to my daughter about it, of course, her and her friend, I tried to talk to them about it. Of course, they're not going to understand where I'm coming from because they don't have any idea the level of abuse that takes place in church, right? So I said, I'm gonna at first I wanted to write the church, but then he comes to the school sometimes and speak. And so I wanted to talk to their sponsor of their Christian organization at the church, at the school. But I said all that to say that's how it starts. And it looks to everyone else innocent. Oh, because he's the youth pastor. He would never.
He just waiting to see which one bite.
And it's hard because it's a double-edged sword. You don't want to it's good not to automatically assume that, we can't do that. Automatically assume that every man is out here doing things like that. But
Not
if
every
we
man, but
it
there's a
happens so
difference.
much.
Let's think it through. But let's think
But
it
it's a
through
difference
though.
between a gut feeling and just being extra paranoid.
Even just a gut feeling, but you can't just come out and accuse people of things like that. But if a lot of it would go away if we had preparation and we had plans in place. There should always be a man and a woman there, involved with the kids at all times. They should be within visual distance of each other. There shouldn't be just a man by himself. And shoot, they don't even in the school system. They don't let a man just in the room by himself. With a little girl or kids in general.
Nope.
So
that to me, and you're right, Jesse. I agree because at my church, I'm not trying to brag on my church or anything like that, but they have husband and wife teams that spearhead like the teaching of the youth or whatever the case may be, and then they have like the youth leaders or whatever the case may be, but it's always a husband and a wife, and always monitoring the situation. So with that being said, with this young man here, when I pulled up on it, at first glance, it did not look appropriate. I would not want my husband kicking it with these young teenage girls all in his face, all in the mix. They just, I can't even explain it, but it was too close for comfort for me. Like, these young girls were like in his face. They all hanging all up on him. He hanging out, like, no. That to me just looked inappropriate.
And then if a kid goes back and says something, there's not another adult to say, well, no, this happened or that didn't happen, or just to keep their girls.
They're teenage girls. He looked like a bootleg Justin Bieber.
Now, I have seen men who but they keep somewhat of a distance, just for safety precautions, so that nothing can look off, or hey, we fist pumping, we ain't hugging, we ain't, that's so that nothing can be taken inappropriately.
We don't need
These
playing
young
around.
ladies are shaped different now, and you hug one and the daddy take it, like fist bump, elbow me, like, I don't know.
I feel like, this just me. I don't think that. I think you should have a certain safe distance. Like, I don't think that you should be, they shouldn't be able to like be all up on you, like too chummy. It's just, y'all, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just was severely uncomfortable. it made me as soon as I pulled up, I was like, what is going on here? This is inappropriate, but that's how it starts.
Listen, as a parent, I ain't gonna never listen. If it don't feel right when it come to my kid, it ain't right.
I don't want
Otherwise, it have to happen to make me say, well, no.
even, but you know what? Like for me, even down to adult cousins, right? Adult cousins, like
Mm-hmm.
with my kids and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm.
you don't
Not
need to reach out for what? No,
right.
nothing to talk about.
What y'all
Right.
talking about? My kid done had a bath and everything before they got there. So all you need to do is give them something to eat, let them play with some toys. I don't need you bathing my kid. No. Nope.
I don't need you
Some
texting my
bath
kid.
water. Mm-mm.
We got to get back to building back up the family structure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it ultimately comes down to a lot of times. It'd be, oh, this was a single family home. And, that's why on my platform, I reiterate so much, what can we do to help and curate a better space for Black men? What are we this because it's things like this that's contributing to the decline of our community,
Right.
and we hate to see the church go down this way, but we can't be letting these type of monsters have a playpen for kids, because that's what it's starting to become. It's starting to become an abuse pit, and not just for kids, it's kids and adults.
We have to, single mothers, let me talk to y'all for 3 seconds. Our pastor is not our pseudo husband. I'm gonna start there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a cash app right there. Oh, she ain't got cash app. That's the
Don't do that. But it's the truth. Your pastor is not your pseudo husband. He's not your dad.
he not their dad.
And he's not your savior.
And he's not your savior. Single women with young boys and young girls, with young kids, period. We got to get our head up out of the clouds, man. We cannot afford to be brainwashed. We must be vigilant, even at church. I know we want to relax. I know we want to think that everybody is walking in the third heaven, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is happening right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we shouting on top of it, and we speaking in tongues over it, and our children are in the pew suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't know how to approach us, because the minute they say something about the pastor or something is going on that we don't like, and some married women also, thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you for the correction.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right. And some married women in general with children, and especially if your husband does not attend the church, we have to be vigilant even in church. And we cannot shut our children down if they're trying to tell us something that's going on within the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot shut them down. We cannot turn a blind eye to anything. Our head needs to be on the swivel. Yes, pray. Yes, do all the things, but our head got to stay on a swivel, because this is happening right in front of us.
You know what baffles me?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that they'll go to the youth pastor, the deacon, but you never call like your brother, your uncle, one of the older cousins? Why is it that it's automatically the somebody at the church when you have family?
Because the church has become a pseudo family, because that's a community. So
And we can't. And I'm sorry, Courtney, but we can't always trust family either, because that's where offended. Look at
That's true, but they
the
go to the
rent.
church before family.
You can't trust family all the time.
This is true.
Yeah, because a
Ain't
lot of
that
stuff be
true either?
happening, be starting right up there in them families. Look at Durant's pace, you know. So I mean, it's you got to be vigilant. Just in general, it's not necessarily always about church, you know. I mean, most assaults happen with just people that you know in
Yes.
general.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. It's just people you know in general. And like I said again, these creeps, they're looking for any entry. These demons are looking for any sort of entry, and they're trying to attack our youth while they're young.
Yes.
You know, while they're still cognitively developing.
Yes.
You know, so that's the biggest thing. They're looking for any opportunity, and you know, for the women out there, you know, because we can get on the men too, but for the women out there, it's, you know, your duty as the mother, you know, to take care of the children, you know, on the domestic side, and nurture them in a certain way, and you know, in the, you know, teaching them the feminine aspects of life. So you know how to protect themselves, whether they're little boys, little girls, but just how to protect themselves on that side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that a father would be able to teach them also about protecting themselves. But you know, so that's what it's all about. But if you're out here so delusional that you think just because, oh, that's your uncle, or this is the deacon at church, or this is bishop, oh, they wouldn't do that. No, you can't live in that's not realistic, especially nowadays.
Mm-mm.
And I
My
don't.
uncle used to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my uncle used to test us when we were like 5, 6, 7. He would do something like touch you on your knee and be like, "Don't let nobody touch you right here." We'd be like, "Okay," and then he would touch you, and he would be sitting there like, "I said, don't let nobody touch you there, but you my uncle." No, not even me. When I say nobody, I mean nobody. And
Mm.
he was just randomly like, "Don't let me touch you right here,"
To
and then
see
it
what
would
y'all would
got
do.
to, yeah. But you have to do that. These
Did y'all
kids,
ever pass the test?
yeah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But that taught you don't let not even family touch you in these places.
And
Mm.
one more thing, you know, unfortunately, this is just how I feel, but I feel like a lot of times we can, you know, do tests like that, talk about it, woo, 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 but even then, sometimes that might not, you know, prevent things. We can try to be preventative as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, even in that, you know, if it does happen, because unfortunately at this point it's like it's almost bound to happen, it seems like, you know, what can we do in the aftermath to protect the child and help them live, or not necessarily just the child, but just to, you know, anybody in general? What can we do to protect this person and have it set up where they can live a normal life? You know what I'm saying?
Mm. So, should the church have some type of counseling available?
No,
I didn't expect that answer.
no.
Okay. No.
Because
That's them pray parties.
yeah, I don't, it's just not ethical to me,
Okay.
knowing what I know, experience what I've experienced.
Mm-mm.
You're not going to, I don't think it's wise to sit there and try to religious up abuse.
No, wait a minute. What I mean is like licensed professionals. No.
If that's your private practice and that's what you do outside of the church office, fine. But
And your
again,
sessions should be outside of.
yeah,
Oh,
I
so you
just,
should not receive any counsel from church.
No, I don't. It's
It
no.
Well,
depends.
so, and the reason why I asked is because, for example, Potter's House has a ministry of counselors and
See,
therapists.
see that's one that's like an anomaly or whatever, however you say that
Anomaly.
word.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's one of those things where, but how many people, it's what, 1 million churches in America? I don't know the number,
Hmm.
but that's one church out of all
Yeah.
these little smaller churches. I would pray that things like that doesn't really happen at Potter's House. I mean, I
Mhm.
haven't heard anything, but so that's good
No,
that they
these
have.
things happen, and I'm sure it
But
has
see,
happened
it's
at Potter's House.
different with the Potter's House because when you talk about the Potter's House, you have so many members and people are actually licensed in
Hmm.
therapy and psychology. When it
Yeah.
comes to these smaller churches, these folks just call themselves doctors and they ain't been to not nan school, and then they're
Hmm.
trying to counsel you and y'all both end up either crazy or sleeping together.
Yeah.
That's not the counseling that I'm saying. When
Okay.
it comes to counseling like that for abuse, please outside of the
And
church.
then that's another thing, Shine, that there's specific type of counselors that
Hmm.
specialize in certain things.
Yeah.
Certain counselors can, talk about religious abuse or whatever. Certain ones deal with, sexual abuse or physical abuse. You got your grief counselors. You got counselors just regular. They just deal with, life situational stuff. And a lot of these people be running around here, they be life coaches and stuff. You just do, you worry about the life coaching. Don't be trying to be on to fix your life, because that's all she got, if we be honest. But so it's different specialties and stuff like that. Now, if that's what God, ordained you to work in, is to deal with that. But I just think, just ethically, if it's a situation that happens inside that church, you
Hmm.
should just automatically say, nope, we're not dealing with it here. You need to go to the authorities, and
Hmm.
you need to go to outside professional help, so you don't feel like you're being persuaded by anybody. And
Well,
Hmm.
so by
anybody.
law, but by
Mm,
law, a pastor is required, or anyone in leadership is required to report things
child, they
like
don't. People be over there with that. What's that law called, where you supposed to be a mandatory reporter?
that.
I done
Yes.
seen all kind of stuff. You need to be mandatory reported, and they never do. Gaggle.
Mark
Never.
said, "I know a ministry that have its own mental health center through their CDC, but it started within the walls of the congregation with a professional." What do you think of that?
I still
You still
think
say no?
outside help. So
Okay.
people not being persuaded, it's just not ethical.
Mhm.
When because sometimes, I mean, I've had bad therapy. I've done, like, I done sat on the phone call with a therapist. I'm like, oh no, I will never talk again. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't like the way you carry on about yourself. So it's easy for people to. It's bad counselors out here. It's easy for them to try to persuade you into not thinking certain things, or so it's, I just think, find somebody else. You ain't got to. Church is not a one-stop shop. I know y'all like to think it is, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Mm.
Especially when if you're a person in the church who is a part of an auxiliary or somebody in the quote unquote it crowd, when you
Mhm.
go to get counseling, it's not a biased thing because you have a
Right,
personal relationship with this person.
right.
So they're going to either one or two give you the advice that you want to hear or the advice that they want you to use. So that's
Mm.
why I say outside of, even for marital counseling,
Yeah.
your pastor, no,
Wait a minute. What about premarital?
no, the pastor, no,
I
no,
feel like I feel
no.
like it. You
Mm-mm.
going to speak to your pastor about certain things. I mean, you still want to take up the counsel of the
Yeah,
godly, right?
stuff, but
But it's like, I don't know. I feel so funny about a pastor or some, high ranking minister in the church just being all in your business about every
Mhm.
little thing. That's the one thing. And that's why I keep reiterating to people about therapy.
Mhm.
Go to a counselor. They're going to be unbiased. They're not
Mhm.
in your situation. They don't know you. And a lot of times, it's like, they tell you don't go to a therapist that because they're
Mhm.
going to insert
Manipulate.
themselves some kind
Yeah.
of way. It's
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
And
I
the
just
preacher,
think.
you'll end up being either a part of the Bible study,
That is
one
a
of the Sunday sermons. No, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
wow.
And if your marriage ain't cooked all oodles and noodles, how you about to counsel me and my wife? No,
Yeah, you're
Well,
supposed.
okay,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, Courtney.
I was gonna say, but what if the pastor has a good relationship?
no. I need somebody who is a licensed marriage therapist or have a degree in something that got to do. No,
I'm
no.
saying premarital counseling. You can't even go to the pastor now.
I feel
Premarital,
like you should go
Mm-mm.
to your. I feel like you should still go to your
because they're not gonna
pastor.
marry you if you
Right.
No,
don't.
I'm saying you can still do some counseling with your pastor,
But you
but
should do some
you
outside
should
too.
still seek someone who does not know either one of y'all. So
Okay.
they don't know your mama's side of the family and
Hmm.
they know that this go down through the no, no. Get somebody else, couples, another couple maybe. Like some
Hmm.
kind of outside no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Do what
And
you
I'm
got to
not.
do to get married, but mm-mm.
I'm not saying like you just totally throw away, the resources that the church, has, because they do have a lot of good resources and stuff like that. But it's just when it comes down to certain aspects like counseling and all of that, because I feel like people use that as an excuse to not go get like, therapy and help and stuff like that.
Some
Oh,
people can't afford it.
well, most of us supposed to have Obamacare, and all that carrying on. So, there's
It
some make.
covers it.
Well, your insurance covers it. You might have to pay a copay or something like that, but your insurance usually covers a therapist, depending on what your plan is and stuff like that. You're supposed to, they're supposed to cover that. I feel like people
Mhm.
be using that as an excuse to, oh, my church, they got this over there, or I gotta this.
But
I
if your church has licensed, trained clinical professionals, why wouldn't you utilize that ministry though?
It depends on the situation.
It
It really.
depends on what it is.
Yeah, if it's abuse, that needs to be handled with the outside thing. That should just be totally outside of the church. It shouldn't be. Oh no, it shouldn't be. And then okay, let's think about it this way. So say I am a child
Hmm.
and I something happened between me and somebody else, with a clergy member. Okay, so I gotta sit here and something happened. I tell the therapist who goes to the church, they might not be a clergy member, but I gotta sit there and look at them and I'm telling them all my business. This person did that, or that person did that, or my mama did this. My mom, somebody did, so and then I gotta sit there and look at them every week.
Hmm.
Just visually, you're
Mhm.
there. You might not even be saying nothing, but I can just visually see you. That puts
But
up
what
a
if you
mental
are
block.
telling them something? Then
That
you
that
still got that too. Now you didn't told them that such and such touched you or you feel like they were inappropriate. Now you got to look at the person you told. They looking at the person you said inappropriately touched them. Now is that's too much.
it's just like a mental block right there
Yeah.
with just physically seeing them. You don't know if they're gonna go telling somebody, or and then that messes up the client and therapist relationship right there. Now the person might not come out and fully give themselves over and tell everything that's been going on, or they start lying. So I just think, like, especially in abuse situations,
Mhm.
that should be handled with somebody else outside the situation, with somebody that specializes in specifically abuse, you
Okay.
know? Yeah.
Okay.
And these therapists can trigger you. They could trigger you to go do more harm. That's happened to me.
Really?
Yeah. This one, this one time I was having problems when I was in high school, and this counselor, the school counselor, she was about to retire, and she just gave the worst advice ever. It
Mhm.
was just like, okay, and it was me and my friend had both went down there or whatever, and she was
I was
just
about to
like,
say, hold on. How you know the advice was bad?
it because it was. She basically, because I'm telling her like, a bunch of personal stuff,
Mhm.
and yeah, I'm telling her a bunch of personal stuff that was going on, and she was just like, "Oh, well, you're just childish." Like, girl, did you just not hear what I said? To the point where I think I had went back and said something to somebody. I think I forgot, but I had said something to something about that whole situation what she said, and they were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. She's about to retire. That was horrible abuse. I mean,
Mm,
horrible advice rather. She shouldn't have
mm,
said that."
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, so these therapists, they're not all right. Even the ones out there in the outside world, they're not all always right. You
Yeah,
know,
you gotta search around. You're
yeah, you
not gonna
do.
just fall in love with your first therapist.
No.
Like it might be your seventh one. You'd be like, "Mm, okay, let me see," and then it might work for a year, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
feel like, okay, you served your purpose. Now I need to go to, some. You can't just stay with the same therapist. I don't think you should stay with the same therapist for 10, 15 years.
Inspire, if you're still in here, can you please drop the what you normally put in the chat for St. James chat as far as like the numbers for what is it?
The total versus the likes.
No, not that.
Oh.
The number for if you need help.
Oh, rain. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. If someone can please drop the number in the link, because we've talked about some pretty heavy things. I didn't even plan on it going this direction, but I'm glad it did because it shed light on some things. It has caused me to really think, what can I do to be a solution? I feel as though I'm a solution, right? And so oftentimes in most situations, I try to be a solution. And so having heard this, and this has been a generation upon generational ongoing thing that is happening in the church, abuse, right? I
Mm-hmm.
want to just really just think about what can be done to solve this problem, to like protect our kids. And so I would
And
be thinking, hey, princess.
and sometimes, what it ultimately comes down to is we have to put it in God's hands and pray that his mercy will cover us,
Mhm.
because we'll spend all our lives trying to expose people to the point where it drives us crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's so
So
true.
yeah, so we can try to do the best that we can, and be vigilant and spread awareness. But I also advise people, don't go down that rabbit hole of trying to be a martyr. Cause you know what? We can us alone by ourselves, we cannot break down these systems in these people, these principalities, and these people, these rulers of darkness, and all of this stuff that's
Mhm.
going on and been going on for a long time. We can't break our back trying to do that. That's God's, that's something that God will have to take care of in time. So, we just try to handle things on our own.
But I
But it's
feel
when
like
you
you
see
can,
this, it's coming out.
Hmm.
but I feel like you can do what you can. If
Yeah.
there's some type of piece of legislation that needs to come about, then maybe I
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah, maybe that was something that was talked about. I had saw a comment about that today. Talking to your legislators and about raising the limits on jail sentences and
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature.
Mhm.
But the biggest thing we can do as a people is quit making it taboo
Yes.
and
Mhm.
talking about it. That's the number one thing that we are able to do, because
Yes.
the thing, on my martyr journey, because I definitely had that. That's why I'm saying, like, don't do that to yourself, because you'll be
Mm-hmm.
what end up happening a lot of times is you'll start having a lot of trauma bond situations. That's really what trauma
I see.
bond
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you end up attracting, and then you start attracting energy vampires and people, Jezebel spirits and all of that. You start attracting people that just start draining your energy, because the thing is, I done came across so many, especially women, that deal that have had sexual abuse. It's unreported, it's
Yes.
underreported, and
Yes.
stuff like that. And they feel like they never got justice in the situation. A lot of
Absolutely.
times they still have to go around the people that
Yes.
have they're grown adults, and they still have to go around the perpetrator, and
Yes.
stuff like that. But it
Absolutely.
is, you can't do the work for other people. You have to, try to think about things on a overview level of what can I do, like you said, what can legislation or can I have a conversation about this? Can I have a symposium on abuse and abuse,
Mhm.
things that I picked up on and learned. You can't, try to save every situation, because that's just not gonna happen. Not unless God gave you the power to start, taking out demons one by one without going to
Or you go
jail.
Without going to jail.
or you're gonna be
Y'all.
sitting up miserable every day like Earl Carter talking about people for 2 and 3 hours.
Oh no.
And that's ineffective, and I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of times that stuff that they be doing over there at them type of places be a lot of protection of the abusers, because you come out, y'all, it's so funny how y'all can come out and y'all can talk about who's a whore and who's a slut from the 90s and who's doing this and who doing that with their body, but y'all never talk about the monsters in the church. And but the funny part is, like I just said, I done had so many black female friends. They've been uh molested and baped and this,
Mhm.
that, and the third.
Yes.
But I'm like, we never know who the men are. We
Mm-mm.
never know who the perpetrator is.
No.
Nope.
They're never exposed. I mean, I be knowing who it is because I'm gonna have a conversation with them. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, we know this girl, she fast, but we don't know who the fast boy is. Okay, gag
Mhm.
order. Yeah, and
Right.
it ain't a boy. It's really a big old grown nasty greasy
Man.
man.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yep.
Oof.
And then
Y'all.
when she do tell y'all don't do nothing, and she still got to look in this fool's face every Sunday.
No, they get mad at the girl.
Hmm.
How you coming up here talking about Bishop did this to you? The nerve of you.
You need to be delivered, and you need to apologize. Ain't nobody that's no.
Come on. Oh,
Mm-mm.
y'all, this has wow. I did not. I thought I was gonna come on here. We was gonna be tongue in cheek. I didn't know that we was gonna. I'm leaving this live like really thinking about some things. But I want to thank y'all so much for coming up. I want to
Mm-hmm.
thank the chat because we're at 2 hours,
Can
and
I
I
do
talk
can
about
I do something before you wrap up real quick?
yeah,
Because I want this to start being normalized when we have these deep and heavy conversations, that
yeah,
it's not lingering in your household, because spirits are transferable. So I want this to be start being normal, where we start decompressing from these situations. So
mhm,
whatever you can do to decompress from this conversation, to everyone in the chat and to Sean and to Courtney, do that. My one thing that I'm starting to, pick up on is breathing exercises. So, taking 10 seconds to do good deep breaths, at least 4 of them in a cycle. to get back to center, because this is hard to deal with and we do not want to trigger anybody or anything like that. But yeah, this is something that we do need to start normalizing in this sector, in the church sector, especially when we're talking about these deep dark issues, because that can trigger
Very
somebody.
triggering.
Yes. So, because I've sat on the side of listening to conversations where I had to get the hell off of there because it's been triggering to me. So, make sure that you decompress about this whole topic. If you have, you always reach out to Rain, use AI, talk to a counselor, go get you some help, boo. Ain't nobody gonna help you get over that trauma. Go get you some help, okay? But definitely tonight, make sure that you decompress before you go to bed.
Get it off you.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Thank you all so much. I just, woo, I didn't know. I had no plan.
This was good.
This was a very thoughtful conversation, and I hate I didn't have a disclaimer, but I didn't know that. I was just kind of shooting the cheese, and I didn't think that. Happy birthday, Jesse! Yes,
Oh, girl, I ain't even
okay,
look.
that's a
Happy
good
birthday,
segue.
Jesse.
I'm
Happy
32.
Look
Ooh.
at you.
Hold on, let me get my little. Let me see what I got. I know I got some claps in here. Hold on, I saw. Here we go.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday!
Yes, praise the Lord.
Yes, I
I
wish I
thought the
had.
rapture would have happened by now.
Shut up.
Mm-mm.
Yes, because it is 12:07 Eastern Standard Time. I'm an hour behind.
Yes.
And then, child, it's probably 12 noon Pacific.
Okay.
I'm exaggerating, but
Happy birthday
they,
to Nicole Twins. So
yes.
Happy
Okay, so
birthday
y'all share a
to
birthday. Wow.
yes,
Today
yes.
my son's birthday too. He's retired.
Oh, wow. Happy
Happy
birthday to your
birthday.
son. Look at there. Jesse, are you going live tomorrow?
If I have time, I may go ahead and go live.
Go
Yeah,
live in
if
the
I have,
car on your way.
girl. Yeah, I might. So,
Won't you put your cash up in the chat?
well, I'll just do that tomorrow if I go
Okay.
live. Yeah, I'm gonna make at least a post on there. So yeah, if people want to support or whatever. So, but
Thank you so much, Robert.
yeah. So, but thank you all for my little birthday.
Nicole and your dad too. It's your dad's birthday. Wow.
Yeah,
Y'all are
well,
Wow.
my grandmother on my father's side, when she was alive, this was her birthday too. She was a Jehovah Witness though, so she didn't celebrate. She was, she was up there like the
right.
the woman that, they was, everybody in the chat was like, it's a Jehovah Witness. I was like, my grandma didn't, she didn't play all of that. She acted just like that woman. And then I have a little cousin. His name is Luca. His birthday is today.
Luca, I love that
But
name.
I had to give him a whooping in that mall that last
Uh-oh.
time.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
why?
Cause his mama let him be bad, and I'm like, girl, I don't know what you got going on. And his grandma, that's my aunt, my great auntie, and
Mhm.
I was like, Sherry, girl, I don't know when you got soft, but you need to harden back up, a little
Listen, these
bad
kids
boy.
nowadays get away with stuff we couldn't get half a chance.
Yeah, a little
Listen,
bad. So I was like, you need to let me. He can come up here to Detroit for a couple days. I'll get him together.
ooh. Jesse, don't fool with bad kids.
You know what? I fool with kids, but these new kids, they got all this that technology stuff going on.
Mhm.
Back when I was a kid, it was, you went to church, you sat down. My mama gave me a little notebook so I can write stuff out. I can
Mhm.
draw whatever. But it wasn't all of that going on. These kids and these tablets, they ain't got no attention span no more. I tried to turn down the little phone. Um, and he gonna tell me no and all of that. I was like, just let me get the phone and turn it down. So I don't even want the little phone. Just turn it down and send me in the mall, and you know, I don't
Right.
want to bring attention. And then he gonna hit me. Ooh, before I knew it, bad reflex,
How
don't
old is
touch. He 4 today.
Oh, he 4. Okay.
Yeah, I have to whip that tail because you gotta say y'all
You got to
y'all got
start now.
yeah, no, you had to start at 1 and 2 when they started talking. Tap them little legs.
The
Mhm.
Texas two-step. That is so funny, Robert. Okay, so Sean,
Yes.
you doing Sunday? What's going on?
Yes.
Okay, but you said you was doing something different, right? Or no?
Sunday. The game.
No, you still doing the ladies panel?
Mhm.
Or okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so here's y'all TV guide. Here's the lineup. Okay. So tomorrow you're gonna have me again. I'm going live. This is gonna be good. If everybody's still able to participate, this is gonna be very good. It's gonna be called He Said, She Said,
That's
and
funny.
it's gonna be good. And we're gonna have some special guests, and I'm looking forward to that. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Then we have Jesse is going live. Do you know what time?
9:45 CPT, you know,
What-
colored people time.
You know what? So 9 in the evening. Okay, so then you're gonna be after me.
No, on Monday.
Oh, Monday. You're not going live tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow, you know, is CPT. I'm apostolic.
Okay.
I don't have time. I don't there's no schedule over here. We just, you know, plot out and
Okay,
I'm
you just
there.
on pop up. Okay, so Jesse is doing a pop up tomorrow, but I am definitely coming on at 8 Central, 9 Eastern with me. I guess I'll go ahead and say it. Me and Josh gonna have it out on this thing.
Oh,
So
praise
he's supposed to be
God.
coming through.
Now,
And
girl,
then
you got my number, so if you need a good, you know, screaming match, I'm not gonna come on, because I'm not gonna be bound up on my birthday.
you're not gonna be
no,
bound up on your
no,
birthday.
no. But if you know, you got my number, you know, you need a little 30-second cuss out. You got one pass tomorrow. Thank y'all.
Hey Marco. Um, let's see. Okay, and so then Sunday. So then we're gonna go into Sunday. We have Sean Talks, and that is 6 Central, 7 Eastern, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there you go. You got your Sunday lineup. Then you got after Sean Talks. Then you have Jay Eleazar. So Josh is going live tomorrow, as far as I know, but I believe so. And what's that? 9? He goes on at 9 Eastern, right?
Is it 9 or 9:30?
Yes, like 9, I believe 9 o'clock. Right
Yeah.
after Shine wraps
Yeah, because
up.
it's
Yeah.
immediately after Sean. So boom, you got your lineup. This your weekend lineup. We come power packed on the weekends, and then we hit you with the 1-2 with the Millennial Mondays that's been
Mhm.
on fire. So, and that's with Jesse Online. So, and that's at 8:30.
8:30 your time, 8:45,
8:30
8:30,
Central.
8:45 Central, yes.
He keep changing the time.
Okay,
8:45.
and we're gonna have a normal time once we hit March because it's only
Yeah.
because I'm in a play right now. So my
Okay.
practice is in at 9, and then I have to drive home and get everything set up and everything. So that's why I'll be running late. But we're gonna be on earlier.
It's all right.
Yeah, you know.
It's all right because that give us time to get off and everybody get to catch a little breather and then tune in. So it's good, y'all. So we got you set up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We hitting you with the 1-2. So that's your TV guide for this evening. I hope to see you. I know, some of y'all may be celebrating Valentine tomorrow, but that's why I want to do a little something quirky and special. So tomorrow night is gonna be fun. And I'm looking forward.
Turn on your notifications.
Thank you. Turn on your notifications. I love to go back and forth with Josh, so that's going to be good.
That's gonna
and
be fun.
it's gonna be him and then another special guest as well. So it's gonna be good. Y'all, thank you so much. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I am trying to get to monetization status by April, right?
Easter, yes.
Easter, by Resurrection Sunday. I'm trying to get to monetization status, and how we do that is I need to have 500 subscribers, right? And then how much watch time do I have to have?
3,000.
Yeah,
Huh?
I think 3,000.
You said 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Short
Just
it up,
keep
girl.
posting. Keep posting your shorts, and
That's what I need to do. I need to do better about that. So
yeah,
We're gonna
okay,
have a
y'all.
meeting.
We're gonna have a yes. I need a whole workshop. I need all
Yeah,
of
we
that.
gonna have. Yeah, we gotta have a workshop meeting.
Yes. So y'all get me to 500 subbies by Resurrection Sunday. I'm gonna find out what day that is. So that's the new campaign. So the challenge is to get me to 500 subbies and 3,000 views. So that means that you need to share the video. Okay. Share the video, share the link. You know how to do all of that. And so I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Nicole says she's looking forward to all the shows. The shows get better and better, it seemed like to me. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me. But like Millennial Mondays is blazing. The women's panel is going up. Who else? Josh is getting it kicked off, but he's gonna be blazing the trail. He's gonna be blowing it up. That's all I have. I ain't got no more.
all right.
Thank you, Robert, for leaving comments. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you to the replay gang as well. And thank you for letting me know that you replaying. Oh, also my giving information. If you would like to, support the channel, there you are. My Zelle is IamCourtneyPhillipsTV@gmail.com. And then the chime, of course, is $Courtney-Phillips-46. And that's what I have there. Have a good night, JP. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Come back and holler at your girl tomorrow night. What you about to say, Jesse?
No, I said amen. Hallelujah. And keep Jesus in your pocketbook.
Period. We out. Good night.
Good night, guys.